Alright, hey everyone, me and Buster Green here. Did you guys have a good weekend? Because I kinda did. So, I'm an anime YouTuber, and I'm reviewing the whole of the new Kamen Rider anime, FUUTO PIs. And wow, I actually got a lot of very cool new subscribers this week. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for joining on. I only now need 66 subscribers to get monetized. And I'm glad that I had such a significant jump in numbers this weekend, because now I don't have to make a super awkward joke about the number 69. Anyway, today we are officially going up to the super important 10th episode of FUUTO PIs, where either Shotaro and Philip will go directly after the final boss, the Aurora Dopant, or they will get completely distracted and caught up in another small-time private eye case. I'm on pins and needles waiting to figure out where this one goes. Alright, so this episode starts out with an old dude running, and he's wearing a tan jacket. Now, part of me really wants to wish that this is Kamen Rider 1 Takeshi Hongo, but I'm getting my hopes way too much to think it would be anything that cool. Anyway, so this old dude is being pursued by the Aurora Gang, and he's in that Persona style shadow FUUTO, and then the Brachiosaurus Dopant shows up and eat him. No context given, open credits. Okay, so after the opening credits, the episode starts with Tokumi back at her sexy naked bathing fountain. Unfortunately, she's not sexy or naked or bathing. Having a moment of contemplation about what she's going to do, I think she has her memory back from her encounter of Aurora in the last episode. So Shotaro confronts her because obviously she knows something's up. And what Tokumi knows is up is that she's realized she's a Dopant. Duh. Or maybe... Although maybe she's not a Dopant anymore because her memory is broken. Wait! Holy wordplay, Batman! Did breaking Tokumi's Gaia memory destroy her actual memory? Is that a connection? Oh, that would be weird. Okay, so shocking twist. As it turns out, Tokumi is actually the Joker Dopant. And her memory was the Dopant Joker memory. I'm a little surprised because we've never seen the Joker Dopant before. Wait, have we? I thought there was one in the Kamen Rider Eternal movie. Oh, wait, was that just Cyclone? Okay, edit, alternate future MB here. The Joker and Fang Dopants were apparently designed for the Eternal movie, but not actually included in it because there were too many Dopants in that movie. So they do exist as concept art, so potentially Tokumi might have the same design as the concept art if she does transform, and I'll be excited to see something new if she does not. I dig this movie design though, it really screams evil Kamen Rider Black. Okay, back to the review. Okay, so anyway, yeah, the Joker Dopant is Tokumi, now what? So, bizarrely, Philip is trying to fix the Joker Dopant memory, but I'm not exactly sure what that will do aside from give Tokumi an opportunity to turn into a final boss and fight everyone. It also explains the weird explicit link between her and Shotaro since they're using the same variety of Gaia memory. Doing that has probably somehow mystically connected them somehow through like the string of destiny. I don't know. Anyway, just when I thought we were steering right into an awesome final boss arc, I unfortunately get knocked on my ass with a sudden appearance of a 12-year-old girl, giving Shotaro and Philip another goofy PI case. Ugh. Okay, so this is like the thing I was kind of dreading. It's not a worst case scenario, but I mean, W is trying to help out a 12-year-old girl and ignoring the fact that the world is ending. I mean, I know she needs help, but come on, man. Tokumi needs help too. Tokumi's been living with you. Anyway, so back to the 12-year-old girl. She's in a real spot because apparently her grandfather was that guy who died in the cold opening, and now she has hired Shotaro to investigate because there seems to be a cover-up about his disappearance. So she takes Shotaro to investigate where her grandfather works, and it's a small-time metals manufacturing factory. They have these in Tokyo, and this one seems to mostly specialize for engine parts, for I guess like motorcycles or washing machines or something. Now, going into the backstory, it turns out that the super big guy from the Aurora Gang had shown up there, and he was trying to get an engine-like thingy made. And I guess the grandfather agreed to build it when no one else would, and as a thanks for that, they killed him to keep his construction secrets a secret. So anyway, the granddaughter obviously knows this was a murder and finds it additionally suspicious because she stalked the dude and saw him disappear into the Shadow City. So now Shotaro is taking up the case. However, just as he starts to take it up, the cops show up and suddenly they care after not caring about this guy being missing for a week. And they care because now Terui has been assigned to the case. So what they do is they copy down all the clues that Shotaro put in his notebook up to this point, and then they decide to take those clues and go their own way with it. Now this time Shotaro goes into full investigation mode, while talking to like some maids and stuff. And at the same time, Tokimi uses Akiko's Kamen Rider notebook to keep track of who knows Kamen Rider W's secret identity. Unfortunately, just as it's all going so well, she finds a suspicious-looking magic alien credit card in a back alley, and she just has to go out of her way to touch it. But oh no, it's a trap, and when she touches it, it explodes into a wormhole and sucks her into the Shadow Realm. And no one fucking notices she's gone because no one cares about her. Now, back at the lab, Akiko tries to use her vague magical powers to fix the Joker memory and completely distracts me from paying attention to whatever the hell Philip is talking about. God damn it, Akiko is really the funniest character on the show. God damn, she's interesting. Ugh. Well, anyway, so moving on. Anyway, Tokimi lands in Shadow FUUTO, and I'm just noticing it has a slightly different FUUTO tower, and Tokimi gets more of her memory back by being here, but then suddenly a bunch of dead dopants from the Kamen Rider W TV show up there and start causing chaos. Are these guys ghosts? Are they like regenerated? Who knows? Anyway, one of them shows up immediately and tries to kill Tokimi, but suddenly Brachiosaurus Dopant shows up and eats him. Wow, disgusting. I do not like it when people eat other people. Anyway, so an eye catch pops up showing that at some point in the past, Tokimi and Shotaro went shopping together, but I'm not sure who bought the clothes. Anyway, Tokimi keeps running, and we go back to the gang in the basement trying to figure out anything. And Shotaro tells him that a maid at a maid cafe noticed that when the grandpa handed over the engine, he accused the big man of being a terrorist. So then they decide that this definitely has something to do with the Shadow FUUTO, and the only way to get into it is using Tokimi since she has dimensional powers. Unfortunately, they don't know that she's already been kidnapped and thrown into there, and they just now suddenly notice she's gone. So anyway, Shotaro hears Tokimi screaming, but since she's in another dimension, he's the only one who can hear her. So she screams, and he screams out to her, and then they open a dimensional portal, and she pops into the basement. And you'd think that'd be the end of it, but Tokimi comes back all crazy and traumatized, and then Brachiosaurus opens another wormhole and bites her on the butt and re-kidnaps Tokimi. Super, super dramatic. Now everyone gets really, really pissed at him, so they all try to jump into the hole, and we get this amazingly cool triple henshin. And at the same time, Philip jumps into the air and just falls. Damn it, Philip, you're an idiot. Lol. So they all transform and they all end up in Shadow FUUTO because they all jumped into the wormhole before it closed. And then they noticed that weird tower I was talking about before. So before I thought it was like the doppelganger for FUUTO Tower, but it actually seems to be a new building built in relatively the image of Tokyo Tower, but with like some weapons stuck to it. Weird. Anyway, so then the big guy shows up and he starts a fight with Kamen Rider. Now Axel accuses him of being Brachiosaurus, and W asks him where the old man is. He ignores both of them and says that Bando invited Tokimi here, and that it's just a funny coincidence that they both came here following the old man case. So then we get a great shot where he looks at both of them with his crazy sunglasses, and then he clarifies that when Brachiosaurus got the old man in the cold opening, they didn't kill him, they just teleported him to another part of the city, strictly just to fuck with him. Anyway, so the muscle man says his name is Mamoru Kaido, and he takes off his jacket to reveal his true identity as goddamn Freddie Mercury, lead singer of the rock band Queen, who was thought to be dead, but no, he was here in this anime the whole time, living his best life. And then he goes full Freddie Mercury, and oh fuck, he's the reactor dopant. No, I wanted you to sing Don't Stop Me Now. Okay, so Reactor is the metally jack-o'-lantern face guy, and he's so creepy. Okay, wow. He's actually even creepier fully animated. Holy shit, the mechanisms involved with his suit. Like, the jack-o'-lantern face is a little cute and a little silly, but wow, this dude is actually really scary when he moves. Wow, okay, holy fuck. Never mind all that. The animation in this fight is the best animation in this entire series. Holy fuck, this is the best, craziest fight I've ever seen in this whole anime. Wow, I'm just pure impressed right now. Metal and Axel do a combo called Metal Branding, but it just explodes and Reactor's still coming at them. Holy fuck, would you look at this animation? This is the best fucking animation in the entire series thus far. Alright, so Reactor reveals that he's only the second most powerful member of Aurora's gang, and holy fuck, this is crazy. Now, meanwhile, at the same time, Brachiosaurus is downtown trying to talk to Tokimi, and he unhenshins and reveals that he's just a weird little kid. And based on the tone of his voice and the casual way he's talking to her, I feel like he might also be related to Tokimi, Or at the very least, he knows her. And fuck, the episode's over. Wow, that just flew by. Okay, here's some sexy dancing time, but I'm not ready for it. Jesus, wow. Okay, so after the episode, the SD short is that the bad guys want to form a rock band because Bando's name has the word band in it. Haha, get it? And then Aurora shits on all the gang members saying and explaining why they would each fail at music, and then decides he's just going to form a band by himself. Wow. Alright. Wow, that episode was effing crazy. That fully met all my expectations for episode 10. Great job, people who make this anime. Wow, so we got this red herring at the start of the case with the missing grandpa problem, but now we are full off the rails into the end battle of Shadow FUUTO. And I gotta say, fully impressed by the reactor Dopan. At first I thought his design was like a bad typical Toku costume. It had like this goofy emoji head and everything. But this costume is fully saved by the insanity and the quality of this animation. Like, I could have seen this guy like showing up in live action and just being like a bad guy in a suit. I could have seen a worse version of this anime where he's like depicted as a super robot. But instead, he somehow feels like both a man in a costume and that the costume itself is an insane piece of flaming machinery. Like, wow, just fully impressed by every frame of animation of the reactor Dopan. I guess on the outside of this episode, the only real question I'm walking away with is like, what exactly happened with the grandpa? I mean, I guess he's just running around. I guess somebody's got to save him. Or rather, what exactly was the grandpa making for Reactor? Like, Reactor had to make an engine of some kind for something. Now, if I had to take a guess, my first guess is he made it for himself. Maybe he like needed to eat it, or maybe he like plugged it onto his butt or something. Maybe that's why he's so crazy now. Or realistically, the engine maybe powers Aurora's doomsday weapon. Maybe Aurora has like a big cliche laser or some kind of like satellite dish that's gonna like merge the Shadow FUUTO and the real world together, just like the bad guy at the end of the Super Mario Brothers movie. Anyway, I guess the end boss's plan is starting to come together in this episode. Somehow the Shadow FUUTO is reviving all the Dopans from the WTV show for a climactic final battle. And then maybe he'll use all those Dopans to genocide normal FUUTO. Maybe that's his plan? Who knows? We got a lot of great character moments out of this episode too, especially with Tokumi. Tokumi's mind has been like all over the place in this episode, so her status here is a little weird. I feel like she knows who she is at this point, but for dramatic purposes, she's not putting all the clues together and like realizing herself. Maybe her like new identity or her old identity are like conflicting. Alright, anyways, that was it for episode 10. I think we're mostly going into the final endgame arc now. The grandpa is just there to like give the case structure and throw in additional human danger. I think they'll probably save him in time though, but it's an anime, so maybe they won't. Now, if I know my anime structure, I'm gonna guess the next episode will mostly focus on Tokumi's backstory, and the episode after that will wrap up the season and they'll defeat everyone. But Kamen Rider has a lot of Dopans to kill to wrap up the season. And can he really kill Reactor and all those other Dopans in just 2 episodes? So, looking into it behind the scenes, apparently FUUTO PIs is actually adapted from a manga. And what's really interesting is the manga is actually still ongoing to this day. Now, conveniently, the episode names of the anime and the episode names of the chapters sync up one for one, so I can kind of see where we are. Now, what's interesting is that it looks like every 8 chapters of the manga have been turned into 3 episodes of the anime. So the anime is actually going through the manga at a much faster rate. And with this current arc we've just entered, we are officially up to volume 5. But we've only done 4 volumes because it seems that the anime skipped over volume 4. Not sure why it skipped over because I didn't read the manga, but that still means like there's so many volumes for them to adapt. So that means that even if this anime is just about over, I would definitely expect this show to have a second and even a 3rd season if they're going to do the full manga. So anything could really happen. Anyway, guys, please say subscribe because at this rate I'm going to be reviewing this damn anime for the next 3 years. So, yeah, how about that? Alright, later guys. Good night.